Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, in the Walking Dead comics, Maggie spends a few years after Glenn's death being single. Glenn's death is pretty similar to both the comics and the TV show. He gets his brains bashed in by Negan and leaves Maggie as a widow. And she becomes a leader of Hilltop and she continues on for years and years. And in the comics, she ends up meeting Dante, and Dante is this sort of flirting, kind of charming, sarcastic guy. And I think he spends months and months trying to impress her, trying to sleep with her, and eventually Maggie and Dante do hook up. It's never really confirmed whether or not their romance gets really serious or if it's just a casual fling, because in the comics, there ends up being this 20-year time jump. And Maggie's around, but Dante is nowhere to be seen. And it seems like no one really cares about Dante, or no one mentions Dante. So it's possible that Dante just died, or Dante broke up with Maggie. But yeah, it's kind of implied in the comics that Maggie and Dante didn't really go anywhere serious. Like they slept together and they hooked up, but they didn't get anywhere serious. And I don't know if that has anything to do with Maggie's feelings over Glenn or what, but in the show, they have just now introduced Dante in season 10, episode 1. Now he's not really a soldier like the comics. He seems like he's more of a medic or a doctor like Sadiq, and he does sort of have that sarcastic attitude. But I don't know if they're going to have Dante and Maggie have a romance or not. I mean, they could adapt that part from the comics, or they could keep it different. I know that there are a lot of fans of TV Glenn that aren't ready to see Maggie move on yet. They don't want to see Maggie move on. Plus, it's been like 6, 7, 8 years since Glenn's death in the show's timeline, but it's only been like, what, 3 years for us? So some people probably aren't ready to see Maggie move on from Glenn, so I don't know. But another thing is Maggie probably won't come back until the back half of season 10 at the least, probably at the end of season 10 or the beginning of season 11. I know it was confirmed that Maggie's actress Lauren Cohan is returning to the show, but they just now announced that, so I imagine they filmed most of season 10 by the time they got Maggie's actress back. So it's been confirmed that she'll be in season 11. It hasn't been confirmed that she'll be in season 10 at all. Or like I said, she could be in the final minutes of season 10 or the final few episodes in season 10. I do think that most likely Maggie will have a bigger role in season 11 if she's in 10 at all. So yeah, eventually Dante and Maggie will coexist on the TV show, and we'll have to see if they end up getting together or not, if they end up having their romance from the comics. I don't know. So if Maggie and Dante do have a romance, it probably won't start until season 11. And they might spend a whole season doing what happens in the comics, where he keeps flirting with her and making advances towards her, and she just keeps ignoring him, or something like that. Maybe have a season's worth of episodes where Dante is just trying to impress Maggie and Maggie ignores him. But in the comics, the thing that triggers Maggie to get with Dante is something that she's already done in the show, which is choosing to let Negan live. Maybe they can mix that up to where she sees Negan planting crops and he survived the Whisper War, and he helped a lot of people, and everyone doesn't want him locked up anymore. So she gets mad about that, and then she takes out her frustration on Dante, and they sleep together. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to give Maggie and Dante their comic romance or not. Maybe they'll wait a few seasons for it, or maybe it'll be remixed to where it's not Dante, it's someone else. I don't know. But once Maggie comes back to the show, we'll have to wait and see if Maggie and Dante start interacting, and if they're going to get their comic romance or not. Right now, I don't know. We're going to have to wait until Maggie at least shows up again, and that could take a whole season. So we don't know when Maggie's going to show back up on The Walking Dead. So, if she comes back, we'll see if she starts talking to Dante, if Dante flirts with her, and maybe from there we can start speculating that they are going to have their comic romance. So, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 618 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 700 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 700. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.